It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You're back with your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. We're talking about menopause this morning. We've got Dr. Carol Thomas and Dr. Eve on the couch. We spoke about some of the symptoms of menopause. Right now we've got Charmaine from Durban on the line. Charmaine, good morning. What's your question for Dr. Eve and Dr. Carol Thomas?
Hi there. Yes, the question that I do have, I wonder if you could possibly help me. Okay, I just need to know, does menopause cause cellulite and how can we control it or get rid of it? I stick to a very low-carb diet and a high protein, and I do the exercises for the legs as well, working on the glutes, the hamstrings and everything with weights, etc. I wonder how you could possibly help me with that.
You become a millionaire overnight if you could answer this.
Would I be sitting here with my loads of cellulite? The answer to that is that cellulite isn't necessarily a menopausal problem, but an aging problem. So you have young people also with cellulite, and there are some people who have more than others. But I think we all have it, and if it's not photoshopped out, then it's going to be there. That is unfortunately what women look like, and it's really the tightening of the fibrous tissue that pulls it inward, so it looks like little pockets, sort of bubble wrap.
So
but
what we
the
want
bubble
to
wrap
say,
is real.
Say to Charmaine, you've got to accept it. That's just how the body changes, and this is what it is. And it's great that you're doing exercise and that you're eating well and you're consciously living a healthier lifestyle. But you can't avoid and prevent these, the changes in the body, the skin, the wrinkles, in the vagina, on the skin, on the face. You can't avoid that.
Thank you so much, Charmaine from Durban, for that question. We were talking about symptoms a little bit earlier on. You mentioned the mood swings, the hot flushes, all of those kind of things. Those are just some. What are some of the treatments that we can use? Because I remember a couple of years ago, Dr. Phil's wife wrote a book, and where she also focused on things like diet and exercise and how those things can help you, help the process be a bit easier.
Yeah. I think that should be for all women, and interestingly...
And even before menopause, which is what I'm saying. Women should be aware of it. Even a young woman like Leanne is not thinking about menopause, I can't imagine. But if you start practicing beforehand, just make it part of your life, a healthy lifestyle. Surely that's preventative in a way.
The 40s isn't the time that you discover that you should actually have more fish in your diet and things like that, and that you should be taking in calcium and things for your bone health. But the one thing about it is that will do some of it. But in some women, the symptoms are so severe that they will need help. And we all resort, whether it doesn't matter whether you're a mainstream medical doctor or whether you are sitting on the top of a mountain meditating, we will all do things that we have heard of and that we feel our communities have done in the past. But at the end of the day, if there is a problem that you can't get past, then hormone therapy has a place. Now, the word hormone therapy, in the past, people called it HRT for hormone replacement therapy, but that's not what it is any longer, and they've removed the replacement more than a decade ago already, simply because we're not trying to replace what is present in your body. You simply want to take the edge off those symptoms and to ensure that you have a benefit which exceeds the risks of anything that you take. Now, there are no free lunches in the world, so there are particular risks, but the risks are much less than women think they are. For example, the main thing women worry about is breast cancer, but estrogen itself decreases breast cancer by about 23%. However, if you add progestogens, synthetic progestogens, to the estrogen mix, you get a 0.08% increase after using for 5 years. So those are the things that we think of, and this month is October, so it's also breast cancer month, so it's on our minds, but that really isn't one of the risks. There are 3 principles, or there are particular principles with hormone therapy, in that it has to be low dose, it can be oral, but if you are a big person with any other risk factors, it needs to go through the skin, and it must be the lowest effective dose.
All right. Well, we are going to talk about this a little bit more after the break. Of course, we're chatting about menopause. If you have a question, 083 913 3728. That's the number to dial.